Yo, what's good YouTube? It's Jasher back with another banger, not just playing, back with another video on how to start teaching you guys how to sell digital products in 2025. Pretty much the overview of this video, I'm going to be going over why digital products in the first place, the pros and cons between digital products and physical, go over some results of people sort of in my circle who are doing the same thing and seeing good results. I'm going to be going over content creation and how you guys can start doing that in personal branding, because I'm a big believer in that, going over digital products, what digital products I actually sell, and that's made me my money, and then how you're actually going to do it yourself, and then also a secret tip at the end. So definitely stick around for that. But before we get into anything and get into all the how and everything like that, I just want to quickly explain my story. So my name's Jasher Jenkins. I've grown up in a single parent household, and it's been tough, but it's been good. I'm the oldest of 4. There's technically 2 older than me, but they're half siblings, and it's very, very, very complicated. I've worked a lot of different jobs, in the past. Let's get rid of that. I've worked a lot of different jobs in the past. I've worked as, a bartender. I've worked in hospitality. I've worked coaching for multiple different sports. I've done Menulog. I've done Subway for years and years, and then my latest one, and the one I feel like has sort of guided me down this path, is car detailing. I was laboring as a car detailer, and super just long days in the sun, and you might not think it, but your back gets fucked, and yeah, I just something I didn't see myself doing long term. And then I got to the point where I realized I need to start looking at different ways to make money, because I could not see myself doing this long term whatsoever. So I looked into ways of making money online, and I actually started with Etsy dropshipping, with print on demand. I was like an MBA, that was my niche. I was making mugs, I was making stickers, I was making shirts, I was making all this kind of stuff. Made a little bit of money, but sort of realized, damn, this is, I don't think this is going to work out long term either. And then I looked into selling digital products and what I do now. And then I've been doing it for, it's been about 8-9 months now. And now I don't work a normal job anymore. I've just been in Canada last week. Pretty amazing over there, very beautiful. But yeah, that's sort of my story. And here's, I guess some of the proof a bit. It's the first dollar I made online all the way back in June of 2024, and these are just some notable accomplishments along the way. There's definitely been quite a lot more, but I didn't feel like putting all of them in here. But yeah, so we'll just get into it right now. Why sell digital products? Why not physical products? So the reason I went down the route of selling digital products instead of the physical that I sort of did have a go at before is, with physical products, you've got shipping, you've got storage, you've got fulfillment, you've got refunds, and then you have to check the quality of the products before you even start selling, because it's pretty shitty to start selling something and it be a shitty product. You're going to get a lot of chargebacks, you're going to get a lot of refunds, it's going to be a massive headache, and you're going to lose a lot of money. And because of all these issues, it's pretty low profit margin. People always hype up, normal drop shipping, and oh, it's so good. But after you spend money on your advertising, you spend the money on testing everything, shipping, all that, it really only comes out to 15 to 30% profit margins, which is pretty abysmal if you ask me. So with digital products, there's obviously no shipping, no storage, no fulfillment, because it's a digital product. You can create it, you can use someone else's, but you have it on your computer, you have it on your phone, you have it on a USB, whatever it may be. You can instantly transfer that to someone else. So as soon as they pay, they get the product as soon as the money hits your account. And in that case, if there is a chance for a refund, it's instant. You don't have to worry about, oh hey, I want the product back, or all these extra steps. It's instant, and you have the creative freedom to make whatever you want. It's a lot harder to make your own new physical product, whatever it may be. You always have to find someone else's and find something that you might think work out. Whereas this, you've got complete creative freedom to make your own whatever you want. Or if you find someone else's and you really like it, you can work with them. And because of all these, it has a high profit margin, 50 to 100%. If you make your own digital product and you sell it on your own, you do everything your own, that's 100% profit margins. It doesn't cost anything to make a digital product unless you want to spend a bit of money into a couple things on the back end, but you don't have to. So that can be 100% profit margins. So from there, I just want to share some results of the people sort of in my inner circle and close to me who have been seeing results, from this journey. We've got Tyler. He landed a role within his first 3 weeks. I actually helped him start making, money online, started learning with the skills. We've got Ryan. I actually went to school with this guy. It's pretty fucking cool. He's been really killing it. And, this is way back in September of 2024. and he only had been doing it for 4 months, and now he has been living in Bali and Thailand for a while now. He came back here for a little bit, we met up, but back in Thailand and Bali right now, living up there. We've got, we'll go Hudson, $30,000 in his first 3 months and has traveled to Dubai. What business model and what sort of anything do you make $30,000 in your first 3 months and able to go to a cool as experience like Dubai? And then one over here, just to show that it's just more than a couple people winning. Got Marcel making nearly 21K AUD in 1 week. Nelson 8K, Comrade 7, Tavita 5.8, Chief 4.1. All these people, I'm down here on 15th place, 1,359 USD, but still work in progress. And bro, 1,359 USD, that's like 2,000 Australian. That's what I used to make in 2 weeks as a laborer doing car detailing. So to do it from my phone is in half the time is fucking incredible, and also not even have to be out in the sun all day in the sun. But yeah, I highly recommend you guys giving this video a pause and reading all these, because it's definitely inspiring. It just goes to show that people from all aspects of life, all different walks of life can do it. Tyler, he was in college in America. Ryan was doing his Chippy apprenticeship. He was doing his Sparky apprenticeship. Hudson, he was doing his Chippy apprenticeship. Marcel was in construction. Nelson was in warehousing. Conrad was doing construction. Tavita was doing barbering. There's so many different people all seeing success. And, it sort of comes down to the main 3 steps, the same steps we all sort of took with this. And one thing I want to leave you guys with throughout this video, and I want you to constantly have at the back in your mind, is the bigger the problem you solve, the more money you'll make. Look, this will make no sense now, but in 10, 15 minutes time, it's going to make a lot of sense. So the bigger the problem you solve, the more money you will make. So first, starting out with this all, step 1 to it all is personal branding and social media. And some people say, oh, I don't want to post content. Why should I even do this? If you don't want to post content, you are throwing away lottery tickets. There's so many people you see around the world who have started posting content every single day, and their lives have completely changed. And they're doing stupid stuff like fucking shaking their ass on the internet or doing stupid dances. They're doing stupid stuff. They're not even providing any real value. So if you don't want to post content, you're throwing personal development out the window. You're throwing money out the window. You're throwing your ability to help people out to the window, because there's that many people on the internet. So you can share your story, and there's bound to be a lot of people who connect with you and feel the exact same way. But the reason why I think you should do it is, it builds credibility and trust. People will see your journey and want to connect with you because they can see some aspect of themselves in you. So you're essentially inspiring them to make a change for themselves. That is such a rewarding feeling from someone who's done that, with a couple people before, and they've seen results. And I've been, I guess, a catalyst for them changing their life, which I say that in the most humble way possible. There's no ego to that at all, but that's the power of all this stuff. You can impact so many lives. And if you go down the personal branding side of things, where it's personal, then it's authentic. It's you. No one else is you on the planet. You are one of one. You can choose to copy other people word for word and things like that, but then you're getting rid of your most important superpower, is your authenticity. And there's so many opportunities for networking and things like that. I know for me, I've met countless people through my personal brand who have reached out to me and said, bro, I like the content, let's meet up. And there's been business inquiries, things like that. So many different things come from it all. And you sort of find people who are doing personal branding, they're all in it for the same reasons, and they want to improve their life. So having a network of people, and I guess friends of people who are trying to improve their life, what do you think is going to happen? The saying, you surround yourself with 4 smokers, you'll become the 5th. It's the exact same thing. Surround yourself with people who are like-minded and want more, you're going to get more. And a big thing I see people question or ask is, can I do this faceless? And my response to that is, people buy from people. When have you ever bought a product that has real value, that has just come from an AI or come on from something that is completely faceless? Never. The reason people buy is because they attach emotion to it. And how do you do that? By building a connection to people. So if you want to do faceless, by all means, you can try it. But, I've gone down that path before, didn't work. You see people go down that path. Yeah, they make money, but it's pretty capped because, like I said, people buy from people. They want to feel like they're in a relationship. They want to feel like they're being heard and understood. And you just can't get that from AI. You can't get that from being faceless. So I would definitely recommend this. And it gets you more confident, because it's something I sure as hell did not want to be posting content when I first started all this stuff, but I started doing it, and it builds so much confidence in yourself because it's something you don't want to do, but you do it anyway. So moving on, how can I generate traffic? You've either got paid or organic content. And the reason why we want traffic and you want views and things like that is because you want eyes on you. That's how you're going to generate traffic. That's how you're going to eventually make money, by having eyes on you. And the more eyes on you, the more people you can impact, the more people you can help. And as a byproduct of that is when the money comes in. I see people all the time just be money hungry, and yeah, they might make money, but it leaves them because they're in it for the wrong intentions. So, going into it, paid can be quicker, but it's quite expensive. And once you go down that route on someone's account but an individual account, there's no coming back. Like, as soon as you spend money on the app, Instagram or TikTok, Facebook, whatever it may be, it sees that you've got money, so it's not gonna push any of your organic content. So if you're wanting to do paid, by all means you all can, it'll be quicker, but it's probably not gonna last as long unless you continue to spend a lot of money. And then it moves on to organic. This is actually what I do. And in most cases, it does take more time. I've been posting for 7 months now. And progress has definitely been slower sometimes, but it builds that discipline in you, builds that resilience, it builds that perseverance. But over time, it's more natural because you're not paying to be in front of people. People get in front of your content and it gets views because they like it. Like, why would you choose any other way? And because of that, it's natural, and it builds a better lead quality because like I said, you're not paying to be in front of people. These people are seeing your stuff, they're doing their own research, they're looking into more of your account, looking into more of your videos. And then once they turn into a lead, it is just such high quality, rather than coming across an ad going, oh yeah, I'm going to click on this and not really pay too much attention to it. And with that, it's completely unlimited because it's organic. You don't have to pay for anything. It's free. You can post as many as you want, and there's no drawback to that. It's literally like buying a free lottery ticket every single time, because one video can change your life. So moving into it, what should I be posting, or how do I build my personal brand? Pick a motherfucking niche. People say it all the time, but it's the truth. As I guess cliche as it sounds, you need to pick a niche. I'm sort of in the wealth/finance niche because that's what I like talking about. That's what I'm passionate about. But you can still talk about other things because at the end of the day, it's a personal brand. If I just talked about wealth and about money, people can get bored very quickly because there's a lot more to life than money and wealth. So I do talk about health quite a lot. I do talk about relationships quite a lot. I talk about sport. I talk about uni and how I think it's the biggest scam in the world. But anyway, we'll move on from that. But you can talk about so many other things. And that's, like I said, where the personal brand comes in and where people will actually build a relationship with you. Because you think about it, there's so many people posting on the internet. If you just start talking about one thing and that's it, you're going to blend in with everyone. If you start talking about you and your interests, people are going to catch on and be like, word, this guy's exactly like me, or this girl's exactly like me. So moving on, your avatar. This is pretty much your younger self. It's who you are trying to put your content out to. It is who you are trying to talk to, essentially. And the reason I say your younger self is because you know exactly that person. You know the things they want to hear. You know the fears they have. You know the motivators they have. You know the goals they have. You know the interests that they have. You know all these things. So it's so easy to make content around, and you can have unlimited ideas because of it. So for me, it's 18 to 25-year-olds who want to leave their laboring job. It's not always going to be this exact person, but a lot of the time, a lot of the people I talk to are 18 to 25-year-olds who want to leave their labor-intensive job. And the reason I've done that is because I've been in this exact position. I started this all when I was 19. I looked into it all when I was 18, and I was in a labor-intensive job that I wanted to get out of. It's pretty simple stuff. So moving from there, you want to create content around a problem/pain you want to solve, something you have personally gone through or are going through. And the reason I say are going through and have gone through is because when you start posting content, I highly recommend just start straight away. It doesn't matter where you are in life, because people will always see your documentation of your journey. Say you're going through a problem and now you fix that problem, and now you're talking about it in the past tense that you've gone through it before. People see something, they go, oh damn, this guy's gone through a transformation, and that's something I want to be talking about quite detailed on a bit later on, is transformation. People can see that. So you want to be talking about a problem or a pain point that you want to solve. For me, I didn't want to be working, like I said before, 6, sometimes 7 days a week in the sun. Yes, I was making $50 an hour, which is pretty decent for an 18, 19-year-old, but my body was cooked. I had no time with my family. I had no time to myself. My gym was taking a hit because of all this stuff. There were so many problems that I wanted to solve. So that's what I started posting about. And then once I solve those issues, that's what I post about now and try and help other people do the same. So you want to be posting 1 to 3 times daily and be consistent. Slow and steady wins the race. If you post your first video and you're expecting to have it hit 100,000 views, this isn't going to be for you. It takes time. You're going to be stuck in that 200-300 view jail for a while. Then you have one video pop off and then it creeps up. But the longer you stay consistent, that's how you win. Because the only way you fail is if you give up. Nobody ever fails, they only give up. So that's what you need to do, stay consistent. And 1 to 3 times per day. One has to be the bare minimum. The bare minimum. It's not that hard to post one time a day. 3 times a day, it's really not even that hard either. And the reason 3 times a day is because the more shots you put up, the more likely you are to hit. And for getting ideas and things like that, you want to model off videos that have already gone viral. This is because you know they work, that you know aspects of the video work, whether it be the hook, whether it be the flow of the video, whether it be the editing style, whether it be the camera angles. You know what part of it has gone viral. So you can model off it, take the piece that went viral, add your own twist to it, and now it's a completely new video that's worked before. And like I said before, it is a personal brand. So be authentic. Don't feel like you have to be super professional, or don't feel like you have to be super funny if that's not what you are. There is millions of people who use the internet. So you are going to appeal to a few thousand of them pretty quickly. And when I say pretty quickly, first 6 months, a year. In the grand scheme of things, that's absolutely no time. So what platform should I post on? Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and then Facebook as well as YouTube. I can't even spell A. The reason why you want to posting on all three is it's called being omnipresent. If for whatever reason you only post on TikTok and your TikTok account gets taken down, because that's happened to me before, they take it down for random reasons, then you're cooked. Whereas if you're posting on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and Facebook, it's impossible to have them all taken down. So you're always in front of people, you're always having people's eyes on you. And as I said before, that is the most important thing. You want eyes on you, and you want valuable eyes. So, and that's where the avatar comes in. You don't just want any randoms watching your stuff. You want people who you are trying to talk to. So now we're going to move on to, before we move on to actually, we're going to go, the key takeaways from it is, your personal brand. Here are things you can sort of, relate it about at the start. What transformation had I gone through or trying to go through? I can't even spell A. What skills have I learned or am I learning? What problem am I trying to solve? How can I help my past self, my avatar? Would I even watch my content? So many people I talk to, they start posting content and I go, bro, I'm gonna be honest, like this is dog shit. Would you even watch this? No. If you're not even gonna watch your own content, why do you think other people are? So what makes sure you can watch your own content? Does this piece of content relate to and attract my avatar? Can my avatar afford my digital product? This is a massive one, because they can't even afford it. Then what's the point in even trying to get in front of them? What's the point of even trying to help them if they can't even afford it? And then would I even buy, the product myself? And that's what we're getting into now, is step 2, your digital product. What am I even going to sell? You got to think about, what transformation have you undergone? And if you don't have a transformation, then go through one first. For example, if you are someone like myself who was quite skinny before and has put on, I'm not anything special yet, but put on a decent amount of muscle and changed my body around, that's a sort of transformation that I have undergone. So I can talk about that. I can help people go through that transformation themselves, because I've been there myself and I have done that. So if you haven't had anything like that before, then you need to go through it first. And that's where you can document your journey, and that's where the authenticity really builds, because people can see it firsthand. And then, what problem does my product solve? The bigger the problem, the more money we can make. That's exactly what I said earlier. So what problem? So we'll use the example I was using just before. If someone is skinny and they don't want to be skinny, that is a pretty big problem you can solve for someone, because there's so many other things that come into play with that. Your self-confidence. Your self-confidence might be causing you to not talk to the girl that you want. It might be causing you to wear different clothes than you want. It might be causing you to feel just uncomfortable in your situation, in your body. That is a massive problem that people will pay to have solved. So you see how that's a big problem, and you can make more money off that. Compared to if someone just wants to get a cool screensaver on their phone. They feel like their phone screensaver is a bit boring. That is such a minute problem that no one's going to pay for. So you're not going to make any money off it. So moving on, does my product provide genuine value and relieve pain? Exactly what I was saying before. with that example with the fitness one, does it provide value? So, okay, if you look at it from that example, does it actually help the person go from being skinny to being, quote unquote, jacked? And in doing that, if it does, then it relieves the pain. It helps them with their confidence. It makes them, talk to that girl. It makes them be comfortable in their body. It makes them wear the clothes that they want to do. It provides genuine value and it relieves their pain. So, moving on, this is an important one. We're going to be talking about high ticket versus low ticket products. So, high ticket, expensive, low ticket, cheap. Examples, you've got low ticket. Usually it's under $1,000. You've got PDFs, ebooks, templates, planners, guides. These are usually things that solve those, more minute issues that I was talking about earlier. Maybe not as minute as a phone screensaver, but all of these, they don't solve as much of a problem, and therefore, the exact principle I was saying earlier, you're not going to make as much money off of it. And moving on to high ticket, generally it's anything over $2,000. These can include mentorship, coaching, consulting, courses, training, and you can see the value in it already. If mentorship, you're getting mentored by someone, you're getting one-on-one access to people who have seen success, you're getting access to people who are in the position you want to be in. So obviously this is going to charge more and you're going to make more money from it. Same thing with coaching. You look at athletes, they have professional coaches that they pay big bucks for. Why is that? Because they've seen results with other people before and they want to see the same thing. Same with consulting. Courses can definitely be hit and miss these days. There's so many shitty ones out there that are just created by people who have no experience and just slap it all together and use AI for everything. So, you definitely have to be careful with this. And, things like training. It's all sort of falls under the same umbrella. So, what do I actually do? So I found an issue and found a service that I invested in that solved this issue. So my pain. Like I said before, my pain was I didn't want to be working this laboring job for the rest of my life. It was causing all these issues with my back. It was causing all these issues with relationships, with my self-development and things like that. So that was my pain. And what I invested in solved my issue. And why is that? Because I learned the skills that fix this issue, and then I applied these skills and got results. And that is where I underwent this transformation for myself. I was in a spot that I didn't like. I found something, I learned skills, I applied these skills, I got results, and I underwent my transformation. I now have credibility to talk about this stuff because I've been through it myself. I'm not just some random Donnie on the internet who's started this yesterday and saying, guys, do this, do this, do this. I've been through a transformation myself, and people will feel that through your authenticity in your content, and it will be picked up. And that's where you form genuine conversations and you form genuine relationships, and that's where people buy from people, like I was saying earlier. So now that I know this service and I've used it, I've learned and undergone a transformation, I actually now sell the same mentorship and coaching program that got me to where I am today. And that continues to help me go further. So, like I said, why would I sort of not try and sell something that has worked for me and I've clearly seen works for other people as well? So that's what I do. I sell the same mentorship and coaching program that has gotten me to where I am today, because they're also continuing to help me go further and consistently scale. Because once you get to a certain point, if you think you know everything, then I'm sorry to tell you, my friend, then you are not going to last, because you always need to be a student of the game. And what they taught me is sales and marketing, the fundamentals to any business. If you are the best salesperson but you have no clue how to market, good luck making money, because you're going to have no one to sell to. If you're the best marketer and you don't know how to sell, good luck to you. You're going to have all these leads, all these people interested, but you're not going to be able to close a door to save your life. They teach personal branding, content creation, communication, which is such an underrated skill. I used to be absolutely abysmal with my communication. I'd be always nervous, always the introvert who couldn't talk with new people. I'd only sort of open up around friends. So it's a massive skill that is so underrated and helps with so many aspects of your life. Personal development as well, because it's cool going through all this stuff and going, making money. But if you haven't gone through that transformation and that personal development, it's just going to leave you because you haven't changed as a person. And tying in that with that is mindset, and then obviously digital dropshipping, as I'm talking about right now, appointment setting and remote closing. So these are all things that I've learned from that mentorship. So that's why I feel completely comfortable with, selling the same thing. And like I said, if this solves my issues, then I knew when I first started out selling this, I knew with 100% conviction that I could solve someone else's just like me. And if we go back and look at Tyler right at the beginning, I was specifically able to help him out. He landed a role within his first 3 weeks to be able to start making money. And I got in contact with him a few weeks ago now, and he's now starting his own social media marketing agency through the skills that he has learnt. It's so powerful, and it's crazy to see. So, key takeaways from this sort of, slide you could say is, can your avatar afford my product? If they can't, like I said earlier, there's no point in appealing to this avatar, or you may just have the wrong digital product. It may be too expensive. It may be too cheap in some instances where you're just getting sales and sales and sales. Well, okay, up the price a little bit because clearly it's value. You need to look at, are these people willing to act? It's all well and good for people to say, yeah, I want to do something. But if they're not truly willing to act, they're not going to buy, and they're not going to be able to help themselves either. Because I keep pulling back on, the more you help people, the more money you're going to make. And then, do they have enough pain surrounding the situation to act? It ties in. Is their situation bad enough right now where they feel like they need to make a change? If it's not, then you can help them either realize that, or if it's not, then it's just not, and they're not gonna take action, and that's totally fine. You're not gonna sell to everyone, and the whole goal isn't to sell to everyone. And then, does this product genuinely solve a problem for someone? No, then you're a scammer. If you're selling something that doesn't actually provide genuine value to someone, or doesn't solve a problem for someone, you're scamming them. You're giving them something that is not going to do the thing for them. So you need to really, really, really keep that in mind for sure. Moving on, I'll help people and make money, like I keep saying. Now that you've gone through a transformation, you've been posting content and you have the traffic, but that all means nothing if you haven't helped anyone, and therefore you haven't made any money. So how are you actually going to do all this and piece it all together is through a funnel. And how you do that with content is things like top funnel, middle funnel, and bottom funnel content. So I'm going to use a gym example again. Say, top funnel, you're casting a wide net that relates to your avatar. So say, for example, my avatar, if I was posting gym content, is someone who's skinny, like myself used to be. They want to pack on weight. They're 18 to 25, and they have, some self-confidence issues. I can post a wide casting net, a piece of content out there, whether it's either, a day in the life of someone who used to weigh this much and now I weigh this much, or what I eat in a day, things like this. Or you could do just a 7-second reel showing your transformation, and people go, wow, how did he do that? That is top funnel content. It's meant to cast a wide net and still relate to your avatar, because you don't just want to be posting completely random shit. If you're trying to do fitness, then you don't want to be posting about fucking AI. If you are like myself and doing wealth, you don't really want to be posting about makeup. You know what I'm saying? That it needs to tie in. Then you've got middle funnel content. Talk about pain points and how you overcome these / gone through your transformation. It's a similar thing. Say, the hook could be, I used to weigh this much and now I weigh this much. And then you talk about the problems or how you felt in that time period. So for me, when I was younger, it was damn, I was constantly getting picked on. I couldn't really do anything about it. Girls would look at me, all this stuff. They're the pain points, and then you can talk about how you've overcome it. So you're adding a small solution to it that people go, oh wow, so he's gone from here to here by doing this small thing. Or another example, we can use it for my content that I post now. Middle funnel content. I post about the things and the thoughts and the feelings that I had when I was in my laboring job. The time I had away from family, how I felt like I was losing relationships, how I felt like I was falling behind, the cost of living, all this stuff. And then I talked about a solution, a small solution at the end, not saying the whole thing, and that's where the funnel comes in. A small solution at the end about how I got out of it. And that's where the bottom funnel comes in. This is exactly how this is exactly how these people can go through transformation themselves. You want to give a lot of stuff away for free. So for example, you can give away the exact diet that you used or the exact workout program that you used. And you might be thinking, well, bro, why would you give stuff away for free? If people watch your content and they can go out and make that type of same transformation for themselves for completely free, they're going to hit a roadblock at some point down the line. And that's where they're going to come back to you and go, fuck, this dude or this chick, I made so much progress for completely free from them. They know a lot of stuff. I'm going to now pay them now to help me get over this hump and get over this hurdle. So that's why I say post a lot of stuff for free. And then also bottom funnel can be explaining exactly what your digital product is and exactly what it solves. So, you've got top funnel, casting the wide net. You've got middle funnel, talking about some of the problems that you've got and how, offering a slight solution to it that then makes them look even further. And you go to bottom funnel. This is exactly what I've done and how you can do the exact same. Here's it all for free. You're going to go away. You're going to make some change for yourself, which is awesome, but you're probably going to get stuck at some point. And that's where you come back, and that's where I can offer you the full solution for what you're after. And with how you're going to do this with digital products, it's very similar between the two. So you post content using the funnels, and you have a CTA, a call to action at the end of each video, whether it be, for the low ticket products, link in bio, or follow along if you want to see the journey, things like that, which then drive lead flow to either your link in bio or your account. People buy, and then money is then in your pocket. With high ticket products, it is a little different. The start is the same. Post content using these funnels, have a CTA, and then instead of driving people to the link in your bio, because it's high ticket and it's more expensive, you have to think about it this way. A lot of time people aren't going to see the value just yet in what you're selling. So if you're selling it for a couple $1,000s, no one's just going to drop a couple $1,000s from a link in a bio. There needs to be trust built. There needs to be a relationship built. And that's where you do this in the DMs. You really need to understand the people when you're talking to them, what they're trying to achieve, the problems that they've had in the past, why they feel it wouldn't work out for them, why they feel it didn't work out for them before with other things that they've tried. And that's where you can fully see if A, your digital product is even going to help them in the first place, and B, you're building the relationship with them. So if that digital product is going to help them, they're more likely to buy, because like I keep saying, people buy from people. And a big thing I want you guys to, go take away as well is, like I said before, you want to make sure you understand these people. People buy when they feel understood, not when they understand you. So it doesn't matter how much information you throw them. If you're not coming from a place of true understanding to them, you're less likely to sell. And then in the DMs, to continue on that, send free value. If they DM you and they go, bro, I've started losing a little bit of weight with your stuff, it's so good, keep sending them free shit, because they're going to get stuck at some point where you no longer have any more free shit to send them. And that's where you can charge money and you can help them even more. And before you do that, you obviously need to qualify leads. You need to make sure that they can afford your product, like I was saying before, because the point is selling to someone who can't even buy the product in the first place. And this is where a lot of sales skills do come in, especially down the line. And that's why I'm so grateful I went through the academy I'm in now that has helped me learn these sales skills. So you want to book them in on a call, and if you have the proper skills, you close the deal yourself, money in your pocket, and you continue to help this person. When you sell to someone, you don't want to just sell them and piss off, because they're most likely not going to stick with it. You may have the best product in the world, but if they don't do the work, they're not going to see the result, and therefore you're not going to be able to help them. So you need to stick with this person. And when you break it down, it all is very simple. And like I said, super simple, but it does take a lot of time and effort, which if you're really someone who's serious about this all, you're going to put in that time and effort, because the payoff is worthwhile, trust me. So now moving on to the secret to seeing results. And there actually is no fucking secret. There is no secret. The only reason I've been able to see results is because I learned the skills necessary to make it happen. And my younger self is thanking me for that 110%. I've changed so much as a person, and he's definitely going, wow, good shit, bro. I learned sales, learned marketing, learned how to build the foundation for a strong personal brand. My personal brand is nowhere near where I want it to be. I want it to continue to grow and grow and grow. At the end of 2025, mark my words, it'll be on 80,000 followers, but it's nowhere near there yet. But I have learned the foundation. I have learned the skills. So when it does pop off, I know exactly what I need to do. And I was only able to learn all these skills and undergo this transformation through the academy I'm in, ABC. Like I said before, it may sound like I'm glazing them or things like that, but it is 100% complete and honest truth. The only reason I've been able to go through this transformation is through ABC and the mentors that I learned from. And it's more than just overcoming the problem and making money. It's about undergoing a genuine transformation, because if you don't, the money will just leave you, like I said before. And like I said before, I say this with complete conviction. I have done this. I don't work a normal job anymore. I make money from my phone and my laptop, from anywhere. I have done this, so I know anyone else can as well. Which is why instead of creating my own digital product, I invested into a digital product, ABC Academy, learned the skills on how to sell digital products, which allow me to make enough money to leave my job. That was my transformation. I have proof of concept in myself, so I know it works for me and it will work for other people. I've applied these skills. I became an appointment setter, so I learned a lot of sales. I learned how to close deals. I fully developed my sales skills even more and continuing to do that today, because sales is always a game of learning. If you, like I said before, if you feel like you know everything, you're wrong. And I started doing that. I started closing deals. I got results and made money and helped people and continue to help others do the same. Someone I helped out at the end of December, he has just landed 2 roles with a real estate agency, marketing and as an appointment setter. 2 roles. He gets to now travel all across the world. He's going to 4 countries this year, all because he originally came across my content, saw the stuff, he joined ABC, he learned the skills, and now he's able to do these things. And yeah, it's just incredible to see. So now, because of all this stuff, I work in affiliation with ABC, the Academy, due to the fact that I've already had the systems in place, and I have not only experienced results myself, but I've seen it with countless others as well. If I was doing this all by myself, I'd by far probably would have given up by now. You know, there's so many things to keep on track of, like taking all the sales calls, getting all my ideas for content, continuing to try and better the product, fulfill the need of every single client on a daily basis. All these things is so much, and if you try and do it yourself, when you have that ego, you're gonna fizzle out and you're gonna fail. So if you look at any successful business, they all reach a point where they need to scale, and this can only be done by building teams and culture within the business and systems. Like the culture within ABC, not even any glazing at this point, is incredible. You know, you're surrounding yourself with a lot of people that are like-minded and constantly pushing towards improving their life. So that's where the culture comes in and just fuels you even more. And you know, you can't be the expert in every single field. That's why you need to have, you know, the marketing people focus on marketing, sales people focus on sales, coaches focusing on coaching, and developers focusing on improving the product. If you create your own digital product and you're really trying to have it properly provide value, it's very hard to do all these things yourself. You're probably going to get no sleep and burn out, and you know, very likely to give up. And that's exactly what I've got here. Trying to take all these roles on as one person is a sure way to lead to giving up, and giving up is the only way you fail. So I want to leave you guys, you know, with that. And by all means, if you want to shoot me a message on Instagram, you know, if you found this video really helpful, if you feel like you can go out and start doing your own thing with, you know, low ticket, moving into high ticket, that is awesome. I'm happy to continue to help all you guys and help you along your journey. But yeah, DMs are always open, so keen to talk to you guys and keep pushing further. Let's get it.